You're tuned in to the Keetria Show and listening to SOB, Style of Business, the podcast with your host, Keetria. We aim to highlight the ongoing trek of entrepreneurs and business owners from around the globe, featuring stories that recount their struggles, experiences, and inevitable road to success and self-fulfillment. Welcome to SOB.
This podcast is being brought to you by my inspiring new book titled Courage is a Muscle, Using Heart to Power Your Entrepreneurial Dreams. You can grab your copy today on Amazon. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks so much for tuning in and checking out another hot episode of SOB Style of Business Podcast. This is your host, Keetria, and today we have a good guest on the line, and I'm using as many goods as I can because I'm hoping I'll be able to pull some of his the secret sauce to some of his recipes. He's laughing already. I'm talking to Troy Bolden, and Troy is the co-founder and one of the owners of Cajun Nation Cajun Seasoning Company. These guys have been around for many years. They're doing different sauces, recipes, seasonings, and just good old traditional cooking down in good old Louisiana. So I'll let him drop that introduction. He's going to give us a little bit more background about who he is, and then we'll roll right into this delicious conversation. And hopefully after this, I can go and cook me up some fine food using one of Troy's recipes. So anyway, Troy, how you doing? Go ahead and drop that introduction for us.
All right. Thank you for having me on. I'm Troy. I'm from presently, I'm in Lafayette, Louisiana. That's about 2 miles northwest of New Orleans. My brother and I, we came up with the Cajun Nation Cajun Seasoning Company. The background of us is that my father is Haitian. He's from New Orleans. My mother is Creole. She's from this side of the state, the west side. And this is called Cajun country. Yeah. It's Keetria is really 22 parishes, but it's really called Cajun Nation. There's 22 parishes here. And my brother and I, we are the owner, founder, brothers, partners. My brother and I get along very well. And we've been doing a lot of things for many years, different companies. Myself, I've been a registered nurse for almost 30 years. And my brother, he's a big wig, I call him. Yeah. He's supervising one of the plants out here. And we just love it down here. It's family, food, and fun. That's what we call it. Okay. And in Cajun Nation, along the coast, it's really called the Cajun Coast. That's what one of our products is called, Cajun Coast, for the seafood. And how it started was that my brothers and I have a middle brother, like the Incredible Hulk, they call him. He was a bully in the family. And we actually we started from a little place called Glencoe, Louisiana.
Oh wow, where's that?
You ever had molten salt?
I don't believe I have.
The salt with the little girl, the umbrella.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
We grew up 8 miles from there. My father used to work there.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even know there was a place there. Yeah,
it's about they're about a couple miles from the Gulf of Mississippi, molten salt, and we was about approximately 8 miles from there. It's a little peninsula. It's hunting and fishing. We have no red lights. We had 3 stop signs. It used to be an area of 5 plantations. Okay?
Wow. Yeah.
And Bolden, Mr. Bolden used to call him. He had like 4 sons and divided all the property up. They had like 2 sugar mills, and they had molten salt. So that's how my father family, the Haitians, got there, because they would come and tend to the sugar cane. And then my mother's family was the Creoles. They came because of the sugar mills and molten salt. So we had a lot of employment back then. Yeah. It's a very small little town. And we raised there for a few years. And then my stepfather got a job on a sugar cane plantation.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm 50 years old. I grew up from kindergarten, I was in the first grade, Yeah, from first grade to sixth grade, I lived on an actual plantation, sugarcane plantation. You had the mansion to the right, Mr. Dewey, and you had the white overseer house, about 3,500 square feet. You had the black overseer house to the left, that was about 1,500 square feet.
Oh, wow.
And then you had the row houses in the back from where we lived at. As long as you worked for the sugarcane plantation, you could live there, you know?
Oh, wow.
And the greatest thing my mother gave us was freedom, you see? So...
and tell us a little bit more about that. I'm interested in. I'm not to cut you off, but I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about. You said the greatest thing that your mother gave you was the freedom. How so?
Because you have to understand, I'm just 50. Okay.
Yeah.
This was in the early 80s. I was on a plantation, and I went to school with upper middle class whites. Yeah. Okay, it was the best school in the area, but I didn't know. You know, I was just running around the woods. And my mother always say what you mean what you say. Okay, yeah. When you say it, you better know what you're saying. You know, so a lot of people say, oh, they sassy, they do this, they do that, but that freedom allowed us to be creative.
Yeah. Okay.
We were building stuff in the woods. We were doing all kind of crap. I built my own bow and arrow, the bamboo. You know, I didn't have anything. You know.
Yeah.
So so we were creative with that. But right quick, my father, he had a third grade education because he had quit school in the third grade because he had to go pick cotton.
Yeah.
Okay. So he went to welder school to try to better himself, and once he graduated, he told a guy, the foreman that, or the owner or whoever, that he would like to work in the shop and weld,
Yeah.
You know, they told him, huh?
Wow.
So it was time for him to go.
Oh, wow. Because he wanted to work in a shop?
Well, he had graduated welding school, so he wanted to weld in the shop. He needed more money, and they fired him.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, that's kind of something that stuck in our head. Like, hey, man,
just because you want to do better. Exactly. Yeah.
So he and a relative of ours, got him on with malt and salt. So we moved back. We had moved from Glencoe to New Iberia, where the plantation was. Then we moved back to Glencoe on the peninsula, so he can go work at malt and salt. Very good place. Very small. It was about 400 people. About 350 were family members, So it was a good place.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like that, yeah.
So we grew up, that's why I tell people, I have a hunger. You might have more money than me, but you ain't going to outwork me.
Yeah, I love it, right.
You ain't going to outwork me. You ain't going to think me neither, Because I still hold that thinking when I was running on that plantation in my head. That's my motivator. I'm going to create. And what happened was when we came up with the Cajun Nation Cajun Seasoning Company, like I said, my brother and I, we have been doing marketing with another guy that's on the team, and always kept that hunger. So when we released Cajun Nation Cajun Seasoning, my brother kept coming to me, because we had done a lot of stuff, He kept coming to me about a seasoning.
Yeah.
A low sodium seasoning. Okay. My brothers the cooks. They're the cooks,
Yeah.
I just eat,
Exactly. You do the easy part.
Yeah, I do the easy part. So he came up with a low sodium seasoning. And you just have to see my brother and I work together. We bounce off each other. We pitch and catch.
Yeah.
I'm the marketer. He the broker.
Yeah. I mean,
okay. And we talk all day. We went viral on social media because our marketing strategy was, I wasn't trying to sell 1 million cans. I was trying to get 1 million fans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you definitely, I want you to talk a little bit more about that, because I think, it's important. Like, this is not just another seasoning, low sodium. I guess that would be like the most important thing, because when you think about, all these different seasoning salts and the things that we put in to make our food taste good. There's a lot of sodium and all that other stuff. So yeah, go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we grew up in the country, so everything that we got, we'd kill it and eat it,
Yeah.
But my dad working at Bolden Salt, he had access to all these products. My mom used to put salt in the rice. That's a myth. You got to put salt in the rice.
Yeah, for flavor.
And everything had salt in it. Yeah. So I'm a healthy guy. But over the years of eating these high salty meals, I'm thinking, it changed it changed my body.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't have any illnesses or I never had an operation,
Yeah.
I have high blood pressure, and everybody where I'm from got high blood pressure. My mom and my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my cousin across the street, my uncle in the field, everybody has it. So my brother was like, and then his wife, she was suffering bad from hypertension and thyroid issues.
Yeah.
So he developed it, and I tasted, because I wouldn't eat no seasoning or any condiments on my food.
Yeah. Why was that?
Huh?
Yeah, I said no. Why was that? Like you said, you didn't want any seasonings in your food
because of the hypertension.
Yeah. Okay.
Like ketchup, and when you put ketchup and mayonnaise and mustard and all that on your sandwiches, you adding sodium.
Yeah.
And I know when my sodium get high, I feel funny.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you start to notice like you needed to cut down on your sodium? Like I'm curious to know, like how he decided to, like how he knew that he needed to create something. You and your brother.
I think around 32.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I started seeing my body. See, I wasn't on any medications until about my late 30s.
Yeah.
The late 30s, because I was in physical, good physical shape. And I went to doctors for checkups, but I really didn't have anything. It's just one day I was feeling funny.
Oh wow! What did you eat? Do you remember what you ate to like? Or was it like maybe an accumulation of your eating habits that you just started to feel bad, and you had to change the way that you seasoned your food?
No, because hypertension is a silent killer.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Your body will adjust to it, even though it's killing you. But your body will make the adjustment in the fluid. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
And blacks hypertension. Ours is fluid based.
Yeah. Okay.
So I see a lot of blacks on dialysis. It's fluid based. A lot of swelling, and then you feel funny, but we attribute it to other things.
Exactly.
So I went to the doctor and he say, "Hey, you got hypertension." I said, "Huh?" So you got hypertension. My cholesterol was good. I don't have diabetes. He say, "Diet."
Your diet. Wow.
So we knew that we wasn't going to change anybody's diet here. Because,
exactly.
It's generational. It's generational eating habits. So I was talking to some of some of my partners as doctors and nutritionists. And, we hang out, we talk, and we were doing the research on some of it. And like one of my partners say, who's a doctor, he said, "You know what? If you change the salt intake, then over time, it will improve them."
Mm.
So if like here, the other Cajun seasonings here has 350 milligrams and 310 milligrams at the time, and we came up with 140 milligrams.
Right. Okay.
With like my brother said, just a taste of salt. You need a little salt, And the people here started to use the seasoning.
Right. Yeah.
And it has a little garlic in there. You snuck a little garlic in there as well. But anyway, the community responded very well. A couple of reasons they responded very well to our seasoning. The first thing here is family. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's your family? Who your family? You got to tell them your family name. Okay?
Yeah.
And then by your reputation.
Right. Okay.
To validate you. Then they're going to try the product. And we got all these little country towns along the west side. It's about, I'll say about an 80-mile stretch. It's kind of weird when you tell people this. Kind of we know each other along the whole strip, you know?
Yeah, it's a small community.
Going to high school and, meeting people. But anyway, the community responded very well to the seasoning. They're like, man, you can't salt your food with this,
Exactly.
They can put a lot. It's not going to make the food salty. So word of mouth started spreading along the west coast of Louisiana about this little red cane. That's why you see the things that go get cane.
Yeah.
And word of mouth just starts spreading. And you got to understand Louisiana. People on the west, we related to people in New Orleans. New Orleans in about 2 hours. You got kin folks down there. So we're in New Orleans. And after Katrina, a lot of them moved to Houston.
Yeah.
So the word of mouth starts traveling all over about this little red cane that's not salty.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But we made it a taste to our culture.
Exactly. Okay? Yeah. That's
important. The little garlic got a little cayenne in it, got a little bite, you know what I'm saying? But it's not hot. Okay.
It's not hot.
And it's a little daily user. And we use it on just about everything around here.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I was just about to ask you, like, is it just exclusive to seafood? But yeah, go ahead.
No, that little red candy, you can use it on the alligator all the way to the zucchini.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me. Okay. So now what about, cause I know you guys also have like the cooking is one of the things. I know you mentioned that your brother is the chef of the family and, you guys enjoy cooking. Like what sort of, I guess like, do you guys do any catering or what sort of, things do you do to really bring those family get-togethers in? When you guys do any barbecues or what type? Like, tell us a little bit about. Take us on the journey.
Here in Louisiana, in our culture, we really don't go to restaurants.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They'll have the big family gathering. Like on a Friday night, they eat at Bolden crawfish, cooking cowboy stew, frying fish. Just about anything you can cook. It gives a reason for everybody to get together.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on Friday nights or Saturdays, if you have a communion, somebody getting married, birthday party, any reason that we can get together, we're coming. And what we did was when we went to advertise, we focus on the home chef.
Yeah.
The actual person that's cooking in their home. Because I go to a lot of houses, kin folks, friends, and everybody cooks from the men to the women. Everybody got a specialty.
Yeah.
Okay? So we get together and cook chilies, Mardi Gras. Every weekend we cook it. Put it like that.
Cooking something, right?
And
yeah.
Cooking something and somebody coming over. Somebody can be passing down the road, stop in and join in,
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to ask you in Louisiana is you're hungry.
Yes, I am. Hungry? Yeah, exactly. Answer always.
Yeah, it's the first thing we ask you. You're hungry? Well, get you a plate. Or baby, get you a plate,
Yeah.
And we cook all kind of stuff. Like here is, when people come here, like for instance, we season the meat. We got a product called Chow Chow. It's fresh Louisiana peppers that they chop up.
Is that the cabbage?
You got the red. You got the red and the green. The red is a little hotter than the green. So you can take that and you can put that in your beans. So when you're eating, when you come out of state here, when you're eating, even your beans has flavor.
Yeah. I think I may have had a version of that. I have relatives, and my family's from East Texas, but like the peas, the black-eyed peas. Are you familiar with the chow chow? Okay, got it.
Oh yeah, the chow chow. like my grandmother, she used to use the juice. She'd hold her finger, sprinkle, because got a little vinegar in it, and sprinkle it over her food.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
To season it. Okay.
So that's why. So yeah, we believe in it. We believe in the seasoning. But the chow, the hot sauce, the garlic pepper sauce. But the garlic pepper sauce, you can marinate with that. You know how people stuff their roast?
Oh yeah.
Well, like our the chow, you can stuff it with the chow. That garlic pepper sauce, it has pure garlic juice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can marinate with that as well. You can use it as a hot sauce. You can marinate with it. You know, some people just like the plain hot sauce.
Exactly.
Just put it on their food.
Yeah, because
some people like.
Yeah, some people like it. I said, no, I was gonna say some people like that spicy stuff. I like some with just a little bit of a kick, but I don't like it overly, too hot.
Well, you come to Louisiana, you ask for mild,
Right.
Sure you got some water. Make sure you got some water with you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Some water and probably a glass of milk.
I tell them I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing, and you get the right flavor. Because if I eat mild, the top of my head go to itch.
Yeah, to me, like I think sometimes when they make it too hot, that takes away from the, how you try to taste the food, but then if it's too much heat, like it's too hot or too spicy, I can't do it. It's too much.
But what I learned about, with my brother, because like I said, I wouldn't eat anything. But what I'm learning about flavor than hot. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
What I learned about my brother is he's teaching me flavor.
The flavor.
Okay?
Yeah.
Some people just make it hot and it doesn't have flavor. Exactly. But if you got flavor with a little heat, that food tastes so different. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my brother, he cooks they got so many recipes. Like he got short ribs. I'm gonna get them short ribs.
Yeah,
okay?
those are good. Yeah.
Them long ribs. And we came up with the crawfish ball for us, the spicy citrus.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab that. Yeah, because it's crawfish season. I know I just had some not too long ago.
I'm gonna see. But what we did was, in our community, when we were boiling crawfish, we cut up the celery, we cut up the oranges, we cut up the lemon, we cut up the lime in the water. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And before we put the crawfish in there. So we get that boiling first.
Okay.
And then we drop the crawfish in there. So what my brother did was, he took all that what he was cutting up and put it in a can.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Around here, it used to just be a seafood boil, When you go to the store. But my brother came out with the first flavor of a seafood boil, spicy citrus.
With the spicy citrus, okay. Now, is that available now, or is it?
Oh yeah, that's available now. That's available, and we in Rouse's even before all the stuff with Donald Trump and all that. Yeah. Rouse's was good to us. The president of Rouse's contacted us via LinkedIn.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And they been walking us through the process for these stores.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be, because in January, they put us in 4 Rouse's in this area. In February, they put us in 3 areas in Lake Charles. And then Mr. Chris, he called. Now we're going to be in all the Rouse's from Lake Charles to Ocean View, Mississippi. About 6 to 8 stores. And in August, we're looking to go in 125 HEBs. We're in about 10 right now.
Okay, yeah. No, that's Houston area.
Yeah, HEB has a Cajun section. We've been working with Mr. Brent. And we all in. We was creating such a buzz that they asked us to start putting them in the stores that we could service right now around Houston.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
So we as far as New York, California, we just got into Colorado, Atlanta, a couple of stores.
Oh, wow.
we're about to do a big marketing campaign in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that's going to be right on time. And congratulations on that success, because I'm not sure what sort of vision you guys may have had, when you were starting out, but I bet you it feels good to have people to come out and support the product, and for people to let other people know about it. That's when you have something good. You know what I mean? Like, you're not having to.
Black people put us on top. They put us through the roof.
Yeah.
Our people put us through the roof.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And then we are in a partnership, with a social media partnership with Zaps. The president, the CEO of UTS contacted us.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Mr. Dillon, he contacted us, and he put us in touch with the vice president of marketing for UTS. And we've been running some social media ads with them. We're introducing them to our customers, and they're introducing us to their customers. Yeah. And because on Saturday we have a social media ad with them, because it's National Crawfish Week. They contacted us to see if we wanted to do something with them. And we had a new surprise about a month ago.
Oh wow! Yeah.
We added Cajun sugar to our brands.
Oh wow, Cajun sugar?
Yes. It had a 5th generation. If you ever look up black farmers, sugarcane farmers, mm-hmm. I think they got like 4 left in the country.
Oh wow, yeah, that's big.
Yeah. Well, he came to us. They farm about 2,500 acres, 2,500 acres of sugarcane. And Eddie used to be he was a stockbroker, and his father passed, and he took over the farm.
Yeah.
And they so we were doing a little something with them as well.
Partnerships, yeah.
But all I can say is, it looked like God had laid the pavement for us. He's opened up doors that we thought that would never be open in this area.
Yeah. Yes,
especially in this area,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Right. We have a local. We have a commercial on the local news. We are sponsoring the Cajun Nation Sports Store on the news. And it's just been a blessing of to have our people support us so well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with you more.
It's to the point where people are messaging us, texting us, messenger on Facebook. They're taking pictures with the cane. Exactly. They're dancing with the cane.
Right. Food makes you happy,
They even go into the stores and send us pictures back. Oh, y'all empty.
Yeah.
I just bought
right.
the last food.
Need you to get in here. Right.
So a lot of the big boys, I call them, they're trying to figure out, and this is what they're always trying to figure out, is how do you get the community to respond, especially the Black community.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard to get the Black community to respond.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Right. Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out how are y'all getting to hear all the products that's successful products around here. It's promoted in the beginning by Blacks. Any season you can think of.
Yeah.
If you go and research their beginning, they had commercials with our people. They had pictures with our people. Commercials with our, like on radio with our people, Yeah.
I mean, I think it's what you said earlier, it has to do with family, your name and the reputation, that sounds like that's pretty much the foundation. Yeah.
They'd be like, well, who is he? Oh, that's Mabel's grandson. Mabel from Glencoe?
Right.
Oh,
right.
That's a nice family. Them boys, that's a nice boy.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some good product too, so that makes a difference. Troy, before we get ready to wrap up, I mean, we can never be on here long enough to really understand the gist of like your entrepreneurial journey, but this has definitely been a good start. So we definitely will have to have you back. But give us before we leave, first, if you will, leave us some words of encouragement to aspiring entrepreneurs, anybody that's looking to launch a business, whether it be within the culinary industry or just whatever. And then also let us know where we can grab Cajun Nation seasoning products online.
Okay. My advice to entrepreneur is never give up. It's never a wrong idea. Mm-hmm. It's never a wrong thought. Okay?
Love it, yeah.
Because it's your creativity. It's unique. Don't watch the person to you, like people say with the seasoning. Mm-hmm. They talk about pony, slap your mama, Zatarain, and all the other seasoning.
Yeah.
The swimmer Mike Phelps, he said it the best. When he in his lane swimming, mm-hmm. he's not worrying about the person to the left of him or the person to the right of him. He stays in his lane and he does his business. Because the person in the next lane is watching him, then that means they're not swimming.
Right.
And they're not taking care of their business. Okay? And there was Kellogg's. It took 103 attempts to get the perfect formula.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Harry Potter. You research how many book companies turned her down.
Yeah.
Look at Amazon. How many banks turned him down? Okay? Just because a person tells you no, they may not have the vision that you have. And when you meet people with your vision, you're going to know. And people are only going to know your vision depending on how much you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
That what motivates people,
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And the haters, the naysayers, I love them. You know why?
Why?
They're going to tell me what's wrong.
Exactly. There we go. Use it to your advantage.
My mom and my sister, my brothers, they going to say, oh, man, that looks good. And naysayers say, oh, man, that's too big. I can't even see that. So love your haters and naysayers because they're your best advisors.
Yeah.
And all our products, you can find them at www.cajun-nation.com. And we have all our links from social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, where you can follow us. If you're on Facebook, you follow us, and you can see the whole culture of Cajun Nation, Louisiana, the 22 parishes. You're going to see a variety of cooking, people cooking in the backyard brawlers, the home chef.
Yeah.
They'll be boiling crabs. You can pick up a lot of ideas from them because it's actual people in this area cooking these different dishes that you've never heard of.
That's what we love to hear and see. All right, guys. So y'all heard it. Make sure that you're logging onto the website to grab some of this delicious all-purpose seasoning. You just heard from Troy Bolden. Like I said, he's one of the founders and owners of Cajun Nation, Cajun Seasoning Company. So, Mr. Troy, definitely appreciate your time. Thanks so much for sharing your journey with us, and we definitely look forward to having you back soon.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on SOB. We hope this episode has been resourceful. If you'd like to check out the latest articles or follow Keetria's website updates, just log on to Keetria.com or follow her on Twitter at KEETRIA.